What section are we on? We are on 4? Okay. Can't hear game audio? I know, Hannah. I'll turn it on because I have the game muted for now. I'll turn it on once I get into the game. Or once I get into an actual fight. Actually, I can't turn on the audio in the middle of a story now, can I? Yeah, I don't think I can. So we can't even hear anything, so yeah, I'm gonna have to back out of this real quick. Yeah, because you can only turn on audio when you're actually in combat like this, where you can access the main menu. Fucking 2013 ass, 2015 ass gotcha design. Okay, let's try to get through chapter 4 here tonight. Story time, white people happy. Yep. Okay. I see. So Tristan stayed behind. He was a great knight. I don't know much about fighting, but even I could see that. So if that's what he chose, it must have been right. What do you want to do, Tuhum? Do you want to go back to the ranch? There's probably not anything left of him by now, but you could at least mourn him. The whole ranch is in ruins now, and the Tamlin's already left. It should be safe to go back if you want. I agree. Tristan didn't sacrifice himself so we could go backwards. Are you liking LB6 so far? It's good. I'm enjoying it. He did what he did to give us a chance to move forward. We always report back to him after. We always report back to him after we found Mash. The fuck is Da Vinci on about? Did they mean to say we can always report back to him? Because that makes more sense, but that also doesn't make sense at the same time. Oh well, whatever. Shitty QA. What's new here? I see. Forget I said anything then. Anyway, I really showed up just in the nick of time, didn't I? That's one of the many benefits of my royal charm. I get to ride in on a white horse to save the day. Now I'm really glad I pleaded with Aurora to let me borrow this carriage. The only issue is... is there some sort of problem with the color of my coat? Well, I guess it kind of looks whitish in the right light. If you squint, I guess. Anyways, that's all I had to say about that. So you're feeling better now? Great. Then here's another piece of good news. The city of Gloucester up north is about a day's journey from here. They hold auctions for rare and valuable goods every day there. And word has it that one of their hottest new items is a fairy with an unusual iron weapon. Apparently some peddlers found them near the Nameless Woods, and they plan on putting them up for auction as soon as tomorrow. A fairy with an iron weapon near the Nameless Woods? That's gotta be MASH, I'm sure of it. I rushed back to Salisbury as soon as they found out, but when I heard you'd already left, I got a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. So I asked Aurora for a favor on the condition I'd owe her one in return, as always, and got to the ranch as fast as the carriage could carry me. I see, so that's how you managed to get something so valuable. That was some very quick thinking. Thanks. While I'd prefer to rest up in the autumn forest if we could, you know, time is money and all that. I assume it's so long to Salisbury and off to Gloucester? Excuse me, could I say something first? What is it, Horsey? We were just having a moment here, you know. I know, but as a proud Fey horse, the most rambunctious and chivalrous stallion in all of Britain, so as a matter of principle, I can only entrust my back to those I have recognized as my master. I was willing to come this far on Lady Aurora's orders, but if you insist on going to Gloucester, well, I trust you see what I'm getting at. Carrots? A battle! But he'll take carrots too. Prove to me you're not a bitch. I know who you are. I know what you are. Oh, we got a fairy dust there. Or scale of fantasy, I think that's what it's called. The llamas drop so many dust, you need more. Look, Tuhu, you can see the city off in the distance now. It might have taken us a whole day, but we're almost to Gloucester. And yep, and now that we're here, we shouldn't have to worry about the Queen's soldiers coming after us for a while. Gloucester belongs to Murian, the head of the Wing Clan, and fighting is against the law here. She doesn't pick fights with any of the other clans, and she's not completely under Morgan's thumb either. As far as Murian is concerned, this is an autonomous region that just happens to have diplomatic relations with Fairy Britain. That's how she tells it anyway. Even Morgan only has limited power in Gloucester. As for why that is, well, you can tell something's different. Something's different here, right, Da Vinci? Say, with the mana density? Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I was just going to ask about that. There's nothing wrong with my gadgets, but the ones powered by magical energy are refusing to work. Is that because of this area's unique mystic traits? Because of the rules of the world itself are different here? Exactly. As to why, well, that gets into the nature of the fairies themselves, and not just here in Fairy Britain. This applies to proper human history as well. Like how there are several different kinds of fairies. Some are former gods, fallen from grace. Others are accumulations of human and animal animosity and bits and pieces of their souls. They're essentially thoughts and feelings with nowhere else to go, wrapped up in a shell made from human rumors. These sorts of fairies only exist because human society exists, and strictly speaking, they're not pure fairies. Pure fairies are those that form within the planet, or the planet's inner sea, and whose existence is in no way contingent on human civilization. In the Magecraft world, fairies born within the planet's inner sea are known as Great Fathers and Great Mothers. You can think of them as divided spirits of Earth's soul. Yeah, that's close enough. In scope, they're comparable to personified nature gods, but unlike gods, they don't impose any rules on humans. Great fathers and mothers are pure supernatural beings. In this Lost Belt, fairies of that rank who appear on Earth's surface, either through some kind of mistake or on a mission from the planet itself, are known as A-rays. Okay. In proper human history, the fairy who lent King Arthur his sacred sword was in fact a great mother. And I'm guessing proper human history's Morgan also inherited that great mother's authority. Though of course Morgan's father was also King Uther, the ancient king of Britain, so I suppose that would make her a human-fairy hybrid, I guess. King Arthur, on the other hand, is a human-dragon hybrid. They may seem similar on the surface, but deep down they couldn't be more different. How so? Well, the fact that one ultimately decided to defend humanity and the other, mystics. King Arthur chose a Britain where humans could thrive, and Morgan chose a Britain where mystics could thrive. As for which one chose correctly, well, you know, your own proper human history bears that out. If mystics had continued to rule Britain, it would have resulted in it being excised from all of human history. But I digress. Getting back on track, A-rays are equivalent to a great mother, but possess a will of their own. They have a unique ability to remake the world around them according to their inner truth, or rather, their essence. This phenomenon is called a Fey Domain. It's a grand mystic that only very powerful fairies possess, and A-rays generate descendants, or terminals if you prefer, simply by existing. These descendants are called forest children and stone children, and they're the majority of fairies in Fairy Britain. These descendants may have only a tiny fraction of that A-ray's power, but that doesn't change the fact that they're descendants. And some of these descendants have more A-ray blood in them than others. Murian, the head of the Wing Clan and the Lord of Gloucester, is one of them. All that is to say that Gloucester has a Fey domain that can be quite a pain in the neck. A domain that takes Murian's temperament and mischievous nature and turns it into a law that denies strength itself. A law that denies strength itself, so the weak becomes strong and vice versa? Well, it did behave like that for a time, but now it's a little different. These days, nobody's allowed to bring strength achieved through training into Gloucester. All who enter, even Morgan herself, are left with no more than the strength that they were born with. Yep. The ones most adamant about making rules are also always the ones with the way around them, of course. So it's probably safe to assume that Murian's the only one in the city who doesn't have to play by her own rules. And if that's true, that also means that her word is law there, so keep that in mind. It sounds like this A-ray term is unique to this Lost Belt then. In our world, they'd probably be close to elementals or true ancestors. So are there any other fairies that have inherited these A-rays powers? Maybe the other clan heads? Like, does Aurora have a Fey Domain too? No, she doesn't. Most fairies with that kind of power end up being excluded from their clans. Sometimes they're outright ostracized. Other times they're unable to control their own laws and end up falling apart. Yep. Of the 6 clan heads, the only ones who can impose their Fey Domain on others is Murian and oh yeah, I think you guys taught me how to say this name, but I don't know how. So, CNR. I'll just shorten it to CNR then. Most of the other domain holders fall apart and become ghosts wandering the countryside. They're called night calls, and depending on how you look at them, they can be even scarier than the Tamlin. Alpha Ray? Maybe. Okay, everyone, we're almost at Gloucester. I know this is a surprise, but I'm actually a member of the Fane clan, so I'd rather not go inside if I can help it. I'll be camping out here while you do your business, so just call for me when you're ready to leave. And just so that there's no misunderstanding, let me be perfectly clear. Despite how I look, I'm not a wind fairy. I'm a fang fairy. I'm sure you must be shocked, but it's true. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's split up. I'll go with Da Vinci, and Tuhu will go with Artoria. The auction will be held at night, so kill some time however you like. Anything goes in Gloucester, so you'll find a lot of fairies living it up here. You still have that money you earned in Salisbury, right? Well, you can use it here too, so don't be afraid to cut loose. Girls love to go shopping together, right? Well, now's your chance. So, how about you, Da Vinci? Is there anywhere you'd like to go? We could go to a cafe, but personally, I'd recommend the Warped Observatory. It's so dizzying, it'll make you want to throw up. Oh, he's already headed there. Why do you even ask in the first place? Anyways, I know this is short notice, guys, but are you all right with this? You are? Okay, I'll play along then. Wait up, Oberon. Aren't there any museums around here? With so many fairies in this Lost Belt, there has to be at least one painter. Of course. You used to pronounce Gloucester as Gloucester. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Like most Americans, when they look at a lot of British names, yeah, like we wouldn't know any better. Yeah. Knocknaria. Knocknaria. Okay. So Knock is the first part is intuitive enough because yeah, the N is I assume the N is silent. And then Ria, so you just don't even pronounce the BH. Okay. Ria. Got it. And you used to pronounce Gloucester as Gloucester. Yeah, Gloucester, and then yeah, plenty of other British names that that have some weird pronunciations. Just looked at it like, what the fuck is that place? Yeah. at least us Americans have an excuse because, you know, dumb Americans, but for the time being. I'm sorry. This is all happening so suddenly that I'm still catching up. Well, we've already come this far. No sense holding back now, I guess. Now that we're in Gloucester, we may as well enjoy it. Come on, I'll show you around. It's very strange, isn't it? I felt the same way with the first time I came here too. Far away things look big, close things look tiny. Sometimes there's pink rain, and sometimes the main street is covered in rainbows. Sometimes boys become girls and girls become boys. Monka W, what? What? Basically, it's a whirlwind of constant change. The last time I came here, I got a 0 out of 10 in a princess pageant. A girl wearing a scarf made out of insect thread made me take off all my clothes and... I wanna visit this Gloucester. She said they were so ugly that I'd be better off without them. I wonder what that girl's up to now. I sure hope she's not doing too well. I'll have to get back at her if I ever see her again. Oh, I haven't seen you two around before. Are you here for tonight's auction? Huh? I never would have thought to have my human stand out more than me. You know, possessions that make people envious are all the rage in Gloucester right now. Is that why you made yourself look so plain? So you could dress up your human instead? It's brilliant. I'll have to try it myself. Castori just like smile. You mean about the merchandise being put up? The fairy with the iron weapon? Well, apparently they're a bad fairy from another world who rebelled against the High Queen or something like that. I'd love to attend the auction too, especially since there should be no problem keeping a criminal as a slave. But since you need an invitation for this one, I decided to just give up and just enjoy a night on the town. Or just enjoy a night in the town. Hey Shirayomi, welcome back. I'm sorry. I know I should have been the one to ask, but I just kind of froze. Well, we won't be able to get one on our own. They're only sent out to upper-class fairies. I don't like it, but it looks like our only option is, like, sneaking into the auction hall. But don't worry, there's no one better at stealth and Magecraft than me. Smile. Nothing bad will ever happen from this. Just you wait. This time I'm gonna show you what I can really do. Haha. Haha. Ha. Help! Is anybody there? My pet mice just escaped from their cage. I promise I'll make it worth your while if you can catch them. Just please help me. Huh? It looks like there's a bunch of tiny creatures running towards us. What do you think we should do, Tuhu? Oh, right. She's still getting her bearings here, isn't she? Oh, well, nothing can be done now. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Okay, let's get this battle started, I guess. I'm pretty sure you're gonna regret this, but at least it'll be a good lesson. Oh, excuse me. Welcome to Orleans, bitch. Breeding mice. Nice. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, those are some pretty buff mice. It's like, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Maybe Castor, maybe Castor needs her eyes checked. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You got jump scared by Tsurugi in your dorm. Yeah. So big things seem small and small things seem big. That's just what happens in Gloucester sometimes. Now do you understand? Thanks, weirdos with too much time in your hands. Here you go, a generous coupon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go make a bundle with my mice here. So later. Now, what did they mean by this? A coupon, huh? Let's see. Knocker Company, Surprise, and Security. Oh, wow, it's for S&C. Do you know it? Spriggan and Capless, I mean. It's Fairy Britain's very first department store. Grandpa told me about it. This is great. And look, according to the map, it's not far from here. Come on, let's go check it out. Hey, Sakuya, how's it going, man? They're already building another store in its place too, and it looks like it's just called Count. I've never heard of that one before. But I can see they've got shoes, bags, hats, dresses. Oh wow, everything on display looks amazing. They're trim and shiny and elegant all at once. I bet they'd be so much fun to wear. I bet those boots would look absolutely perfect on you two. Just look at that brilliant blue color. It's so neat, so clean, and so clear it feels like you could lose yourself in it for days. Huh, not bad. You've got a pretty decent eye. But would you mind keeping it down a bit? I'm trying to stay incognito, so I don't want to attract too much attention. I'm sorry. I'm from a very small town, so... I see. So what? You wanted to see the big city before a calamity shows up and kills you or something? You're lucky you're not one of those cheeky Gloucester fairies. You're also lucky your ankles aren't to my taste. Be grateful your boots are so frumpy. They are? I guess they are, huh? Still, they're very practical. An odd goggy, what the fuck does that mean? Could go to town on them and I wouldn't really feel anything. You actually have to worry about goggy bites. You must come from a real hick town, huh? I mean, you got the looks of a pretty upper-class wind fairy, but you're stuck doing your own farming. Man, it must be rough out in the sticks with so few human slaves to do the heavy lifting. This is weird. Really weird. Don't you think this conversation is weird? No, I don't think so. It's just neither Tuhu nor I are used to dealing with city fairies, so... not used to them, huh? I see. So that's why you're not scared of me. It feels like there's more to it than that, though. That's strange. Why am I not pissed off? I usually hate every fairy I meet. Oh well, I guess that's how just some I guess that's just how some days go. Plus, there's the auction coming up. Oh, are you interested in the auction? Do you actually have an invitation though? Oh, well, we actually came here for the auction, but we didn't know we needed an invitation to get in. Oh, I see. An invitation, huh? You know, I do have an extra one. But I'd sooner feed it to a goat than give it to you. That's it. Finally, an expression that suits you. It's about time you learned your place, you uppity hick. Trust me, a girl like you's at least 100 years too young for the auction house. Come back when you're at least a little more grown up. Oh wait, that's right. Low-class fairies like you don't even live for 100 years, do you? Guess you'll just have to make the most of your life in the dirt with the goggies while it lasts, then. Like, we were actually good friends. I don't know what kind of good friends talk to each other like that. I mean, shit-talking is one thing, but... I don't know. From where I'm from, we call that being a bitch. Maybe you're right. She honestly didn't seem like such a bad fairy to me either. Yeah, surely she can't be that bad, right? Clueless. Surely she can't be that bad. Surely she can't be that bad. Don't kink shame. An invitation? Of course I've already got one. What about it? There's that smile again. Smile. Unfortunately, we aren't able to procure any formal dress, but since Oberon is so, dazzling, I think we should be able to get in as part of his entourage. Of course. Murian's something of a friend of mine. We'll have some of the best seats in the house. So, no, getting in won't be a problem. The problem is what happens once the auction starts. The bidding on Mesh won't start until the very end, at which point I'll be able to offer up to 70 million more pounds. More pounds. It's all counterfeit, of course, but it should be fine as long as no one works that out tonight. We do a little trolling. The real problem is whether it'll be enough to outbid any other prospective buyers with odd tastes. Usually 70 million more pounds will be more than enough, but given the product, things are probably gonna get ugly. Things are probably gonna get ugly. If things get bad enough, I could have to put up my whole Welsh forest as collateral. 70 million more pounds? That's enough to buy a mansion and a butler to take care of it. And you're worried it still might not be enough? Just what are they saying about this product anyway? Alright, I'll tell you, but try to contain your surprise. They're saying the fairy is supposedly a traveler from another world with an iron weapon, and that the new child of prophecy. A whole forest? Yeah, just casually offers a whole forest. I wonder who those ladies could be. Nice recycling of assets there. Good evening, ladies and gentle fairies. Welcome to Gloucester's auction house. Why put off until tomorrow what you can have today? Who cares about clan pride when you can boost your own brand? We know what you want, which is why we are once again proud to present a wide array of items sure to pique your interest. Have you taken a look at our catalog? Have you found any items that speak to you? Wonderful, wonderful. I can see you're all enthralled by our selection. Then let's get right to it, shall we? We hope you enjoy this latest Lady Murian production. It's starting. I see. So you say your bid yourself, huh? In most auctions, the buyer quietly holds up a sign and an agent then bids for them. But it looks like agents aren't allowed at this auction, so we have to shout our bids ourselves. Did you see the third item up for auction? It's one of Shakespeare's unpublished manuscripts. Maybe it's some flotsam that drifted here from proper human history. Man, now I'm really curious. Maybe I'll just waste a little money bidding on it. No, what am I saying? I have to bid on it. Oh, no, you don't. We're only here for one thing, the Child of Prophecy. Besides, if you bid on something now, they'll notice your cash is counterfeit by the time you get to her. They get to her. Just do your best to resist. If you want an original work from a famous artist that badly, I'll make you something myself. Whoa, really? I didn't want to be the one to bring it up because I thought it would be a bit gauche, but you're saying it's okay? Smile, okay. Okay, Da Vinci, I'm gonna hold you to that. Just let me know when you need me to pose for my portrait. Huh. Don't delay, swipe today. Da Vinci exploiting her legacy. Gotta use everything at your disposal, right? Don't delay, roll today. Give me 1 second, chat. I can see this place is nothing new for Oberon. I feel a lot better about this knowing that. Okay. I'm just gonna sit quietly until our auction comes up. Besides, I don't want to stand out too much anyway. And now, it's time to introduce our last item of the day. I'm sure you've all heard the rumors. This is a treacherous rebel who posed a threat to our High Queen. The child, our beloved Angel, promised would save Britain. This brave child attacked Camelot with an iron weapon none had ever seen before, crawled out of the great pit, and even made a miraculous return from the nameless woods. Is the prophecy real? Is this child our savior? It's time for all of you to see for yourselves. I give you our final lot number, the Child of Prophecy. Huh? Grandpa? Well, excuse the hell out of me for being old. Wait a minute, hang on. Who was that? Say that to my face, why don't you? Easy there, ladies and gentle fairies. Please, let's take it all easy. This man's attitude may be as foul as his mouth, but his magical energy is truly impressive. What's more, he's a gifted craftsman, capable of forging wares that put all the blacksmiths of Norwich to shame. And since the Child of Prophecy was supposedly apprenticed to a superb artisan, even Lady Murian agrees that there's a 30% chance that this man is the Child of Prophecy. Ah, shut up! How many times do I gotta tell you? I ain't the goddamn Child of Prophecy. I'm Senji Muramasa, a lone servant. Now let me out of this cage, damn it. I don't know what's going on here, but that's definitely Senji Muramasa, the foreign god's disciple. What's he doing in Britain? And why is he up for auction? You know that man? Oh, then does that mean he's not MASH? Yeah, he's definitely not MASH. A servant. So he's a servant too, huh? I see. So that's why fairies here don't know what servants are, and they can't tell them apart from fairies. So we have a servant who came from another world with an iron weapon who defied the queen. No wonder they thought he was a child of prophecy. But he's not. This is practically fraud. So what do we do now? The bidding's already started. Got it. Leave it to me then. Luckily, everyone else seems caught off guard too. So 70 million more pounds should be more than enough. Well, let's start with 1 million and take it from here. The bidding starts at 1 million more pounds. 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 4.5, 5 million right there. Lady Artoria's party is now in the lead with a bid of 5 million more pounds. Do I hear 5.5? Why did you use my name? Don't you think it's more exciting that way? The child of prophecy buying another child of prophecy? More exciting, more like fucked up. And hey, Ethereal Affairs, thanks for the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream today. He can be Mashu if you're imaginative enough, yeah. If you squint hard enough, and if you close your eyes. But if you close your eyes. Angora Rabbit, welcome back, man. How you doing? That's one for the history books. Oberon! That's 5 million more pounds going once, going to 10 million. I hear 10 million more pounds. Things are really heating up now. I have come to raid you. Yes, it seems like it. But yeah, hope you had a good stream over with Ethereal Affairs. Do I hear 11 million? Ah, crap. Forget it. I see where this is going. I'm out. 20 million. I bid 20 million more pounds. Oh, enough of this. 70 million. What are you doing, Artoria? You don't just lay all your cards on the table at once in a bidding war. Are you liking Lost Belt 6? I'm liking it a lot, the story so far. It's cool. $70 million. I hear 70 million more pounds sold to the party of 100 million more pounds. Or sorry, I shouldn't use the MC voice. I have to use another voice for this. 1 million more pounds. I don't know what kind of nouveau reach clan you come from, but you have no business of being here. Someday the likes. Oh, this must be who I think it is. 1 million more pounds. I don't know what kind of nouveau riche clan you come from, but you have no business being here. The day someone like you outbids me is the day all of Britain falls. So obviously, it's never happening. Oh yeah? That's what you think. Okay, in that case, I bid 101 million more pounds with Oberon's land as collateral. Are you nuts? My line won't even bring in 10 million. I'm afraid I can no longer make a call in this auction. What say you, Lady Murian? Which of these buyers has the more certain purchasing power? Very well. Step down, auctioneer. Difficult decisions like these are mine to make. Whether genuine or not, the fact remains that the child of prophecy is the main draw of tonight's auction. Whoever buys him must demonstrate not just wealth, but standing. So, at this time, I would like to ask both remaining bidders to please come to the stage. Oh, so that's how it is. I'm glad you understand how these things work, Murian. No one has more standing than me. Looks like the new money's headed for the executioner's block. Oh crap, we've been called up to the stage? This is unheard of for an auction. Is this just how they do things in Gloucester, Oberon? No, I've never heard of anything like this before either. Damn it, Murian, what are you up to? Artoria, I'm sure this is some kind of trap. It's best if you just stay in your seat. If you go up on that stage, you're gonna regret. Why is Artoria's chair empty? I'm afraid you're too late, Oberon. She already took to his hand and is headed for the stage. Ah, damn it. Why did you have to pick now of all times to develop an impulsive streak? Yeah, Welsh Forest. I need you to fight beside me, please. I don't want to do this alone. Then, let's start with you, Lady Spinal. Spinal. Or should I say, Tamlin Tristan? Yep, that works. I am the daughter of the High Queen Morgan and the Artist of Blood. I am the fairy with the most gorgeous dresses, after all. I am Tamlin Tristan, the one who will one day own all of Britain. Well, your turn, little girl. Go on, share your pathetic name with all of us. Oh man, it's the fairy we met earlier. No way! No way! What do I do to who? I can't believe she's a Tamlin, and she's Morgan's daughter too? Oh, I swear, why do these things always happen to me? Yeah. See? I knew you couldn't do it. But hey, of course you couldn't. What fairy could ever compare to me, anyway? You put up a good fight, but you're still just... Hey, you're that girl. Okay, I'll be nice and let you off. Then allow me to introduce her instead. This fairy comes from the village of Tintagel. Tintagel? And will turn 16 this year. This miraculous child wields Magecraft that she taught herself, just like our queen did. And she also managed to slip a dragnet laid by, Woodwoes himself. Please, take a good look, everyone. That is the staff of selection she holds in her hands. Her name is Artoria, and she is the genuine child of prophecy. And how does Murian know all this? And what's more, the attendant beside her is a visitor from the outside world. She is the traveling star who will guide the child of prophecy, the other light that will save Britain. Our cover is blown! Scram! Scatter! Her name is Tuhu, and she is a human and master from proper human history. May I have some spare quartz, sir? Bro, you're asking the wrong person. I already spent 2,340 Saint quartz for MP5 Melusian, man. And Koyanskaya is literally next week, so... Or in just a couple of days, in fact. What? She knows about Tuhu, too? No violence, please, Lady Tristan. The bidding is not yet over. Now that you are both here on the stage, you both have an obligation to try and complete your bids. But unfortunately, Tamlin Tristan and Artoria, the child of prophecy, you are equally matched. Neither of you has an edge over the other in wealth or standing, and so these can't be the determining factor here. How the fuck? Huh? You think she and I are equally matched? What are you, blind and stupid? I outclass her in every conceivable way. Strength, beauty, elegance, it's not even a contest. What do you say to that, visitor from another world? Who would you say is worth more, Lady Tristan or Lady Artoria? Tristan. Tristan. Oh, you're so dead. You hear me? Dead! Oh, very well then. How about Magecraft? Both of you practice Magecraft, which is considered pretty useless in Britain. Magecraft itself may be nigh worthless, but fairies who use it are rare and valuable. And here we have two of them, the High Queen's own daughter and a child of prophecy. Since both of these children are equally matched, perhaps they can settle this bid with Magecraft. After all, they both consider Magecraft to be something truly valuable. So surely, a display of their Magecraft will show what they are both truly made of. So you want me to kill this shit stain with just Magecraft? Okay, works for me. I'll play along. I was planning on ripping her apart sooner or later anyway. If you're the queen's daughter, then you probably grew up in a fancy castle never wanting for anything, huh? then there's no way I'm losing to a pampered brat like you. So what if you're a Tamlin? We country girls are a lot tougher than you think. That's how it goes when you eat fresh veggies every day your entire life. Every day of your entire life. Yeah, that's right, Artoria. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, girl. Also, why is she level 80? Aren't we all supposed to be level 1 right now? Yeah, Tamlin, Tristan's level 1. Okay, so she just defaults down to back down to level 1 again. I was about to say, like, wait a minute. Actually, doesn't Fairy Tristan have, excuse me. Doesn't Fairy Tristan have sure hit on her NP? Oh, excuse me. Battle ends after first bar breaks. Oh, okay. I can just do this then. Holy fuck, she does no damage. Then again, she was already at she was only going to be at level 1 anyway, so why was I surprised? Actually, let me do this for max damage. No, I should have given her the attack buff on the next turn, actually. She does, yeah, figures. Because OG Tristan has sure hit on his MP. Okay, and the rest should be just, what is it? Should just be story stuff. No fair. That didn't count. I wasn't ready that time. This isn't my actual power. I'd have plenty of Magecraft if I just went back to the castle. Magecraft is built on hard work and steady effort. You could have used so many things here once you ran out of you could have used so many things here once you ran out of the Magecraft trinkets you had on you. For example, this carpet that would go up in flames at the drop of a hat, or those lamps you could turn into bombs with a little magical energy. But instead, you just threw up your hands as soon as you ran out of the tools you brought with you? Really? Now, listen and listen good. You're at least 100 years too young to learn Magecraft. Why don't you start with parlor tricks? Yes, that nailed it. You freaking bitch! You fucking bitch! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know Tristan was cosplaying as Enna today. Fucking bitch! That's enough. We have a winner. As Lady Artoria's Magecraft is superior, she will be the one to purchase this suspected child of prophecy. This concludes tonight's auction. Thank you all for coming, and please take care on your way home. Actually, now that Murian's basically let it slip to basically everyone in the audience that she's the real child of prophecy, what's going to happen now, actually? Are the rumors going to keep exponentially propagating now? Then again, it'll probably just be like any other childhood prophecy rumor, though. That goes for you too, Lady Tristan. I suggest you hurry back home sooner than later. As I recall, you're supposed to be behaving yourself in Darlington tonight. I suspect even the High Queen would be cross with you once she heard you were actually here in Gloucester. You're taking the child of prophecy side, Murian? No, Lady Tristan. I'm helping the High Queen save face for making you a Tamlin. I can clean dirt off my auction hall floor easily enough, but the High Queen's dignity is not so easily restored. You see, some fairies are bound to take issue with your selfish antics and lose respect for the High Queen. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how fickle Fey folk can be, right? And I, for one, would rather not increase Nocnaria's numbers. Fine, I'll go then. Next time, Murian, you'll have to come see me in Camelot. As a fellow lover of art, I'd love for you to take a look at my collection. Hold that L, bitch. Fucking bitch. Oh man, it's finally over. That was so nerve-wracking. I thought we're sure we were all gonna die. But that girl actually beat Lady Tristan. I can't believe it. She's no taller than me, and she has about the same amount of magical energy as me. But she carries herself with so much dignity. She's amazing. Unbelievably amazing. Who the hell was that, though? Sorry, no. My nerves just kind of caught up to me, so now my knees are knocking, my ears are ringing. Still, I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. She may have been dozens of times stronger than me, but the way she was acting when she called herself Tristan, well, I just started seeing red. Yep. I never expected to run into the second Tamlin already. But, hey, at least you won your Magecraft battle against her. That was great. The only problem now is... Huh, so I'm back to normal now that the cage is gone. How the hell did that work? Our newly freed compatriot, Muramasa. I didn't have time to tell you and Oberon this before, Artoria, but while Muramasa here is also a heroic spirit from the outside world, that doesn't mean he's on our side. Wonder what Tristan's collection? Yes, I'm sure she's talking about an actual art collection, right? Surely it's just a normal art collection, right? Like paintings and stuff? Surely. He's a disciple of the foreign god, which means he's working against proper human history. Oh, so he's your enemy too? But didn't you call him Grandpa earlier? Don't bother explaining. We just had a few other run-ins, that's all. I ain't exactly mortal enemies with these people. We ain't exactly friends either. We just keep running into each other, for better or worse. Ain't that right, Tuhu? If you want to fight me, I'll fight you. If you don't, that's fine too. I'll even brew you a cup of tea if you want. Like they say, even chance acquaintances are divine ordinances. Anyway, I gotta say, girlie, between that staff and that outfit, that was a hell of a show you put on. You really nailed that last line of yours, too. Gotta say, you British mages are a real breath of fresh air. Thank you, I guess. Tuhu, what's with this guy? He looks so young, but he acts so old. He's also got a terrible aura about him, but I don't sense any hostility from him at all. Okay, just hang on, Muramasa. This doesn't change the fact that you're a threat to us. So for now, let me just ask you this. How did you end up... The fuck? Oh, it's my keyboard going haywire again.
Can we have one day without old, bald, stinky, fat jokes? Yeah, it's my
Shut up,
birthday,
Lakari.
man.
I was wondering why I was hearing Lakari stream, because I have a stream up on one of my monitors right now. I was like, what the fuck? I started hearing his stream. I'm like, wait a minute, his stream should be muted right now. And then, yeah, I just realized, oh yeah, it's probably because of my keyboard going haywire again. Fucking shitty-ass macro buttons. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, how did you end that cage? Okay, I think I read that already. I could have kept this to myself forever and died happy. But I suppose you got a right to know. Alright, I'll keep it quick. After you people left Olympus, the foreign god gave me a new order. Told me to infiltrate the British Lost Belt and take care of its king. She also said something about how this place was still growing when it wasn't supposed to no more. Rasputin. I should actually give Muramasa like a redneck accent. I guess, yeah, I could try to give him a redneck accent, actually. Yeah. Rasputin had his hands full with something else, and we couldn't get a hold of Limbo, so I made my way here and broke into the big castle at the Lost Belt Center alone. Kona. Those Tamlin Whatsits were so taken aback that I didn't have any trouble making my way to the throne room. But just when I was about to take the queen's head, someone crazy strong flew in at me out of nowhere. Next thing I knew, I'd been knocked clean out of the throne room. I tried to fight her off in the air, but she just kind of swatted me down into a big hole outside the castle. She also punched a bunch of holes in my spirit core in a couple of seconds it took before I fell into the hole. A normal servant would probably die about 12 times from that. But unfortunately, the foreign god did something unnatural to my body to keep me alive or something, so I woke up later still kicking. Once I was able to move about again, it took me about 3 days to crawl out of that hole. I'd broken my sledgehammer during the fight, so I stopped by a village with a blacksmith and spent another 3 days there fixing it. A sledgehammer? What the fuck did you go in there with a sledgehammer? On my way home, I got lost in some weird woods and wandered around aimlessly for another 3 days before I collapsed. Then I spent another 3 days in captivity after some unsavory fairies found me unconscious near a road. After that, they sold me to this strange city where I spent the last 5 days talking and showing off what I could do with a forge. So there you have it. And embarrassing as it is, I still ain't done nothing to note here. Are you kidding? Just making it to Morgan's throne room is incredible. In the 2,000 years of the era of the High Queen, no warrior has ever made it all the way there before. Yeah. And you're an experienced smith, too. The catalog said you could make anything. Well, yeah. But you're still a bad servant, huh? I guess we'll just have to kill you here, then. Well, it isn't a servant's actions to date that determine whether they're good or bad, Artoria. Servants are basically mercenaries. All that matters is who they currently have a contract with and what they're gonna do next. Yeah, Sag, guess we gotta kill him. Sorry, Muramasa, nothing personal. So, who are you? Another servant? I'm Oberon, and yes, I'm a proper human history servant who was summoned to Britain a little before you all got here. Send you Muramasa, was it? It sounds like you want to take out High Queen Morgan as much as we do. How about we team up then, just until we defeat her? Yesterday's enemy is today's friend and all that. Besides, don't you think it would be better for us to put all our wood behind one arrow, so to speak? Good point. I doubt I'll be getting any other help out here. Sounds like it sounds like a pretty good suggestion to me. Oh, well, what do you think, Tuhu? I know Senji Muramasa is one of the foreign god's disciples, but he's also always been relatively reasonable. This alter ego version of him might not be the same guy that helped us out in Shimosa, but he's still the same person at heart. I don't think he's the kind of guy to go back on his word. Don't be that bloodthirsty girl. And before Castoria says, fuck Magecraft, I'm going to punch you to death. Huh? You want this old young guy to come with us? I'd love that. The blacksmiths are never bad people, you know? Putting Artoria's curious blacksmith fangirling aside for the moment, are you sure you're okay with this, Muramasa? I mean, we're not exactly friends with the foreign god. You don't think she might consider this as a betrayal? You won't just suddenly explode or something? What? No, the hell you take me for anyway? Besides, this ain't a betrayal at all. I'm just a swordsmith who accepted a job from the foreign god. Loyalty ain't part of it. Hell, if I owe anyone a debt, it's that girl over there. You saved my bacon, so now I owe you. The child of prophecy, yeah, I heard about you. If you just want me to stick around till you defeat the queen, I'm game. It doesn't even conflict with my contract with the foreign god. The spirit of the senator. If you're all done, can I say something now? Thank you for bidding with the Gloucester auction house. Now then, our proprietor would like to extend her congratulations on your purchase while we take care of the financial side of things. So if you'll please come with me, I'll take you to Lady Murian, the Lord of Gloucester. She's expecting you at her mansion. They're like, oh, yeah, right, now we gotta pay her. So, oh yeah, right. We've kind of forgot about that. Yeah. Where's our money, bitch? Nice to meet you, Artoria, and you, visitors from proper human history. That was such an exciting battle. Now I know what the next hot trend will be. I'll call it convenient necessities you can make yourself. Simple, fulfilling, Magecraft items for good luck. It's gonna be the most plain Jane trend in Gloucester's history. Why are you a lolly? Is it because you're is it because you're at level 1 again? I swear BB is everywhere we go, yeah. Oh, did that not go over too well? I figured there was no way a bunch of broke-ass, powerless, small-time fairies and humans wouldn't be feeling nervous after being summoned to the home of the most charismatic producer of all of Fairy Britain. So I thought I'd offset the tension and make sure you liked me by greeting you a little more cheerfully than I usually would. But I guess this goes to show why you shouldn't be too quick to leave your comfort zone. Then again, you do only get one chance to make a first impression. Yes, hello, I'm Murian. I don't need to keep that going, right? Anyway, it's a pleasure. Phew, thank goodness you're back to your usual self, Murian. I was beginning to think you've been body snatched. What the hell was that? Are you turning into a Morse or something? Don't be rude, Oberon. I'm the perfect fairy lady, and I always will be. That was just me going above and beyond. I've been so excited to meet a human from proper human history who isn't barrel gut, you see. My Fey eyes might not be what they used to, but I can still make out auras. You're Tuhu, yes? You're just as lovely as I thought you'd be. If it looked like all you outsiders like Beryl, I'd be killing you right now in a fit of rage. But I'm relieved to see you have a perfectly decent aura about you. It's enough to give me hope, if just a little. Thanks, but we're still trying to wrap our heads around the situation. So, you know about proper human history, and you're welcoming us here anyway? Do I have that right? Oh, don't make me laugh. I'm not afraid of proper human history. I'm sorry, that's not quite right. It's not proper human history that worries me. It's you Chaldeans. From what I've been told, you've been to all sorts of other worlds. So, first of all, I'm gonna have to learn for myself exactly what it is you plan on doing in Fairy Britain. Though I already have a pretty good idea, thanks to what Muramasa told me. Muramasa? You told her about us? Hey, I never dreamed we were gonna end up working together. So, yeah, I told her about what happened in Olympus after she interrogated me, but just a little. Huh. Interrogated you? Is that how you saw that? And here I thought it was just a lovely tea party. I mean, I suppose I might have been a teensy bit trouble in containing my excitement. After you told me all those fascinating things about the foreign god, the trees of emptiness, the cryptors, and the alter egos, but even so. You call that teensy? So, is it not true that the Wing Clan are the most mild-mannered of all fairies, then? No, they are, or at least they used to be. But there aren't any mild-mannered Wing Clan fairies left anymore. Not after Oberon. Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please, go on, my fair Butterbur princess. It's okay, Oberon. You didn't interrupt me. Your Muramasa did. Two, I just want to make sure of one thing. We've been to many places, except the moon. Well, technically we have. It was just a digital one. You do mean to leave this lost spell alone, yeah? Your business here is only with Queen Morgan, since she was foolish enough to go after Olympus, and Chaldea has no intention of attacking Britain itself. Can you look me into the eye and swear that? I see. I see. Not the most eloquent defense, but a well-considered one. So, you're still trying to figure out who your real enemy is and what it is you hope to acquire here. I understand. You haven't even met Queen Morgan yet. Of course you can't make a final decision now. Very well then. Normally, I would capture you all here and present you to the Queen, but instead, I'm going to hold off on making a decision for now too, much the way you are. As long as Chaldea leaves Britain itself alone, I won't get in your way. So you're welcome to keep enjoying your sightseeing in Britain. As for you, Lady Artoria, have you memorized Einzel's final prophecy? Yeah, more or less. Let me see. I shall speak now of a future of the end of the Isle of Mystics, which came to be known as Fairyland. Let the innocent return. Here stands the Queen's unknowable castle. We require now only a little more patience. After 2,000 years, the dawn shall bring the king, who will be our salvation. She shall be the child who saves the world, who binds both peoples together. A city of iron, a sea of soot. When the calamity recedes, her pilgrimage begins. Ring, ring, like raging thunder, like weeping flame. Let us hearken to the 6 bells ringing. I think that's how it went, right? Let's say, more or less. You left out some key bits, but you got the gist. Oberon, are you really sure this is the Child of Prophecy? I mean, she hasn't even been able to weaponize her biggest selling point. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think she's got a few important points down. As far as the two of you are concerned, the only important passage is the last one, since you're the guardian of the bell tower right above us. The bell tower? You don't mean... I sure do. One of the 6 bells described in the prophecy is above us right now. And I believe you found one in Salisbury too, didn't you? Wait, are you saying you didn't come here to ring Gloucester's bell? Well... MASH? Sorry, but no one in Gloucester's never even spoken that word before. Not even mashed potatoes? Are you sure she's not in another city? Ah, okay. I thought one of your usual crew was missing. What happened? You get separated and come to Gloucester looking for her? Well, yeah. I mean, we heard that there was going to be a fairy with an unusual iron weapon being put up for auction. How were we supposed to know that was going to be you? I guess I have to take some of the blame for that. I should have looked into this a little more closely. I could have at least found out if the fairy being sold was like male or female if I just snuck into the auction hall. as if you could pull that off. My auctions are extremely well guarded. Not even an ant, nor a single drop of blood could get in without detection. Huh. Good point. After all, it has been a few hundred years since you established your doctrine, or maybe objective is a better word. That nobody is allowed to use violence in Gloucester, hasn't it? But anyway, let's get back to the bell, Murian. How come you're being so cold to Artoria, even though you believe she truly is the Child of Prophecy? Well, to be honest, I'm disappointed. Queen Morgan may be a great ruler, but she is excessively cruel. It's not just the annual existence tax. It's the way she treats humans and how she oppresses every fairy who isn't part of a clan. It's the way she fails to handle the calamities, the way she monopolizes the flotsam, the laws that keep our society a pale imitation of human civilization. In the last 100 years alone, she had all of Darlington moved, followed by building the National Slaughterhouse Theater. She's always been ruthless towards those who defy her, but she's gotten even worse ever since she appointed Tristan as her successor. There was a time when I thought she would be the ruler who would finally rid Britain of the calamities, but now she's just a witch intent on turning Britain into her personal plaything. That's why we have been waiting for you, Lady Artoria, but you just don't look the part. I can't see you beating the queen like this. It would be one thing if the other clans were on your side, but neither the Earth clan nor the Wind clan would be willing to make a move as things stand now. So you're not going to just show us you're not going to show us to Gloucester's bell then? Not now, at any rate. I'm the Lord of Gloucester. I have a duty to keep it safe. If I were to lend you my support now, Lady Artoria, it would be seen as an act of revolt against the Queen. Not even my Fey Domain would keep us safe if that happened. If she wanted to, Queen Morgan could easily dispel it. So please come back to Gloucester again after you have grown stronger. I don't care what form that power takes. It could be connections, or Magecraft, or even funding. I'll take anything as long as it leads to a way of defeating the Queen. Remember, Artoria, you are the Fey folk's star of hope, the chosen child of prophecy who will save Britain from its long twilight. Corpa. It's just business, Corpa. It's just business. That's right. So I hope you'll please do your part to help her, Tuhu. You're an old hand when it comes to beating up bad guys, right? I mean, it sounds like you've done it lots of times before. Okay, Murian, I get that you're not our enemy now, and I'm grateful for that. But what I don't get is why you'd go to all this trouble just to help us. Even given what you already knew about us from Muramasa, we're still outsiders who in some ways pose as much of a threat as Queen Morgan. Yet you already seem to have deep trust for Chaldea, or rather for Tuhu, and that just doesn't add up. Is there something else you're not telling us? Something I'm not telling you? Well, of course there is. In fact, this is the perfect time to introduce her. As you may have guessed, I've had another foreign guest who's told me all about you Chaldeans. Come on in, Lady F. Let's see, I think her true name was... Koyanskaya, Tomomovich Koyanskaya, princess. There she is. Good day, my dear Chaldeans. I'm so glad to see you all doing so well. I like how Muramasa is also shocked too. He's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you here? Oh, stop that, Tuhu. Please, calm down. Didn't I already tell you I won't abide of violence in Gloucester? Wait, what were we trying to do? I was just pointing out her dress. Besides, she's an important guest of mine, a business partner, really. She means Britain no harm, and she has no intention of interfering with Chaldea either. After all, under most circumstances, she wouldn't even be here right now. The only reason she's still here is because I insisted she stay after she tried to leave. And, why did you do that? Because she's an excellent bodyguard. It's a shame she's so money-grubbing, but her combat prowess more than makes up for it. I especially love that she can hold her own against the Moors. This way, I don't have to bow and scrape to the Fang clan or the Tamlin. I see. I was told we lost contact with you after you took Beryl Good off to who knows where. So now you're picking through Britain for stuff to sell? What are you playing at here, Koyanskaya? Did you get tired of waiting for the foreign god and Chaldea to off each other? And decide to show your true colors now that the foreign god's shown up? Oh no, nothing like that. The foreign god and I are on equal standing, you know. I'm not sure exactly what that god is, but I'm sure our contract clearly states that neither will interfere with the other until our goals have been achieved. Suffice to say, I've never been in the same position or shared the same perspective as you three alter egos. You, Lord Rasputin, and Lord Limbo are all servants summoned by the foreign god. But I'm a servant who manifested under her own power, so I'm free to do whatever I like. How's the story going? It's going good. I'm enjoying it so far. Well, I'm only staying here now because I found Lady Murian's proposal appealing. I have no interest in this British law spell itself, or in you Chaldeans who are apparently determined to get yourselves killed by sticking your noses in where they don't belong, or in whatever Queenie is up to, or in Fairy Britain's humans, or that matter. I do hope I made myself clear. Hey Angels, how's it going, man? Welcome back. Why, stocking up on new merchandise, of course. I've been filling my metaphorical larders with all sorts of rare delicacies unique to the land of the Fae. Every other law spell has either been on its last legs, or had meager offerings, or was secluded, or something out of science fiction. Honestly, none of them really had much to offer, but Britain. Britain is a whole other story. The creatures here are equal parts unique, adorable, and vicious. They're just the sort of models I was looking for, the kind I can use to strike fear into all of humanity. Please don't rile them up, Koyanskaya. We were just coming to an agreement. I swear, why do you always have to paint yourself in the worst possible light when you have so much beauty to offer, both inside and out? Wait a minute, inside and out? What do you mean by that, Murian? Now, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Is this the same Koyanskaya? I mean, we should. She just doesn't come with that dress, though. I expect to be working with the Chaldeans in the future, so please do your best to get along with them, okay? Oh, very well. If that's what the client wants, that's what the client shall get. So, on that note, Lady Tuhu, Lady Da Vinci, I know we've had our differences in the past, but here in Britain we're both on proper human history side. So, I propose we let bygones be bygones and focus on accomplishing our respective goals. Or at least until you're reunited with MASH. Doesn't that sound fair, Tuhu? Jury's still out if it's dark or light. Well, you're not wrong. At the moment, we definitely don't need any more problems than we already got. If you're willing to leave us alone, we'll do the same for you then. If you ask me, we should just cut her down now and be done with it. But I guess we couldn't get away with that in front of Murian anyway. Don't really know this lady, so I'll go along with whatever you all think is best, haha. A wise decision, everyone. Very well then, I'll continue to enjoy my latest pleasure trip here in... Well, I for one, hate your guts. Oberon about to throw some hands? Fight, 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 fight. Oh, it's Oberon, right? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Every word you speak feels like it's rotting my fucking ears. Shut up, bitch. Don't talk to me or my friends ever again. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Murian, I'm saying this to you as your friend. That thing is an abomination. Your trust is completely wasted on her. I'd wash my hands of her now if I were you. Shut the fuck up. Well, that couldn't have ended much worse than it did. You must have done something really heinous to them. You must have done some really heinous things to them, Koyanskaya. Oh, absolutely. Between wiping out Lord Gordol's team of mercenaries occupying Chaldea's headquarters and turning its personnel into ice cubes, I'd say they came by that hatred honestly. But I don't know anything about that Oberon servant. Who is he? He doesn't seem to be from Fairy Britain. Well, Oberon just showed up in the Welsh forest about 2 months ago. He's a heroic spirit from proper human history. Yes, I guess that makes him a servant. Anyway, he likes to call himself the Fairy King, and usually spends his time performing shows in cities around Britain. I got to know him before, when he first came to Gloucester. At first, I was thrilled to have found a fellow Wing Clan fairy, since he looks so much like one, but... I'm sorry. I don't have to tell you this, but it would be dishonest not to say anything. I know I may look like a Wing Clan fairy, but I'm not. After all, your clanmates are already. But hey, never mind that. You're the Lord of Gloucester, right? Then please, I need you to give me an unsecured loan. The fate of the whole world depends on it. Ah, yes, Corpa. Corpa. Sorry about your dead clan. By the way, can you give me a loan? It's for business purposes. It's for business expenses only, I swear. I'll pay it back, I promise. Keep my name out your fucking mouth. Well, as you saw, he's a very bright and cheerful character, more of a jester king than a fairy king, really. He's also the one who told me ahead of time that the child of prophecy would be coming here. I see. Hopefully he just has keen instincts, but either way, it's probably just better to squash annoying bugs like him at the first opportunity. Oh, I just remembered. I should have my hands on one of those stories from the past you've been looking for soon. There aren't many fairies left who remember what things were like 2,000 years ago during the Fey era. Sigma male. Sigma male tendencies. But luckily, I managed to track down a book. One of Camelot's banished librarians had been keeping secret for ages. It should get here soon. You know, I'm surprised you're so interested in our history, especially when it's completely different from proper human history. Is there something useful you're hoping to learn from our past? Oh yes, absolutely. My objective is to find demonic beasts that don't exist in proper human history and put them to work for me. I have the ability to replicate furry creatures. Furry! Creatures of any size and shape and incorporate their data into my body. Oh god. Cue the Dojins. Though unfortunately, I can only command up to 9 big ones. 9 big ones at a time. Oh god. Inside you, there are 9 big furries. I originally came to Britain to secure a sixth tail, but now I'm staying because I'm fascinated by the story of how Fairy Britain came to be. I'm only sorry I've unwittingly caused you to dip into your funds, Lady Murian. Oh, don't worry about that. I used to be quite the avid researcher myself too before I became the Lord of Gloucester. I used to spend hours holed up in the library against my father's wishes, absorbed in the legends of Ash. I think this name is pronounced Ash. In the legends of Ash. I was a total bookworm, at least until the Queen let those barbarians torch the whole place. Then, are you going to revolt against the Queen once the child of prophecy has grown stronger? No way. The hope of all Fey folk, Britain's savior? While I never had high hopes for the child of prophecy to actually bring an end to Queen Morgan's reign, I won't deny that I've occasionally entertained a possibility. But now, I find out she's nothing more than some pathetic common fairy. Her magical energy is average. She's neither especially beautiful nor large. Large? She doesn't even have her own Fey domain. There's no way a fairy like that could possibly save anyone. I should have known the only one I can really rely on is myself. It's a shame I ended up letting Senji Muramasa go after all the time I put into him. But as long as I have you helping me, I don't need the so-called child of prophecy after all. Nah, I think I'll just use Chaldea and the Child of Prophecy. Ideally, I'm hoping that disgusting human mage actually manages to take down one of the Tamlin. If just one of them falls, then there will be nothing holding Nocnaria back any longer. Queen Morgan, Nocnaria, the Child of Prophecy, and Tuhu. No matter who's left standing, I'll have plenty of game pieces to play with. I shouldn't have used a golden apple, actually. Should have just used like a bronze apple or something. Damn it, Oberon. Why'd you have to ruin our previous chance to speak with the head of another clan? I understand why you're upset. I'll admit I behaved kind of childishly. But I'm not gonna apologize. I only said what needed saying. I loved it, Oberon. Of course he would. It takes real guts to say something like that to that foxwoman's face. Well, maybe not guts so much as a thick skin. Either way, it was impressive. You'll have to tell me some tales of your escapades later. I bet you got some real whoppers. Are you sure we shouldn't at least try to apologize? I don't know about me, but Murian seemed like she was willing to help out Chaldea, or at least Tuhu. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, real Giga Chad. Murian had never had any intention of helping us out anyway. But, really? Yep. She's got a trump card that she can use however she likes. So now she has no more need to team up with us or to carry water for the Child of Prophecy. I see. So, then I guess that means, I guess, I'm pretty much useless here too. Oh, hey, there they are. Hey, wait up. You guys are with the Child of Prophecy, right? Where is she now? Is she gone? Did she already leave for the next city? Of course she did. She's not gonna stick around here waiting for Woodwoe's soldiers to come after her. Oh, I was really hoping to see her in person. Not that I blame her. I mean, she's the Child of Prophecy. Yeah, so the rumors are already spreading. Is there something I can do for... well, that's okay. At least we can give you guys these gifts for her. It's not much, but please, take it. We always believed the Child of Prophecy would appear someday, so we've been saving what we could for when the time came. We're sorry it's all small change and, cheap stuff like old clothes, stones, and tree roots, but this is everything we can do for her right now. We'll think it'll be at least some use. So please, make sure she gets it, okay? Okay, I will. I think the Child of Prophecy will be thrilled to receive this. Wait, can't they just see her staff selection? Where's that? Yeah, we think so too. You guys make sure you keep her safe, okay? Alright, later. Wow, it's a small mountain of gifts. Can those metal arms of yours carry it all, Da Vinci? Of course. You have my word that I'll get everything back to the carriage, safe and sound. Well, that was nice, huh, Artoria? Sure, they might not have realized it was you, but that was living proof that even the fairies in Gloucester are pinning their hopes on the Child of Prophecy. You're right, and with this many materials and Magecraft goodies, we won't have to worry about keeping Tuhu fed for some time. Well, while I wish we could have spent a night here to enjoy more of what Gloucester has to offer, the fact that the lower class fairies here know about the auction incident now means that the Queen's army must know about us too. So I'm afraid we can't stay here much longer. They probably don't know what the staff is. Yeah, true. Probably. They probably only know about the legend of the Child of Prophecy, but they don't know the details. So basically they're true casuals. Filthy casuals. I guess that's true, but we still haven't found any new leads on MASH. Well, if Murian hasn't heard anything about her, then there aren't really any leads here to find anyway. And since it seems like no one in Salisbury or Gloucester has seen her, our hands are tied for the moment, unfortunately. Let's not forget let's not forget we're also wanted. God, English is hard. Let's not forget we're also wanted for that ranch incident, so we have to be careful not to be anywhere where the Queen's soldiers are likely to nab us. So I think we should stop looking for her ourselves and head somewhere safe, at least for now. Yeah, it would. That goes for Salisbury too. It's too dangerous right now. So instead, what if we kept looking for MASH via different means? You guys can lay low, and in the meantime, I'll go around to the different areas looking for information on her. Just because you guys can't look for her now doesn't mean I can't, after all. Give me 3 days, and I should be able to find out all the latest news in Britain. After that, we'll know where to go next. Don't worry, I've already thought of that. In fact, you could say the land out here is why I thought to make this suggestion in the first place. So we'll be camping out for a while, huh? Then we'll have to look out for an out of the way campsite. Uh, don't worry, I'm great at pitching tents, and I can also put up all the different bounded fields we'll need to keep the undesirables away. Really, that's good to hear, but you won't need any of that this time around. Huh? Oh, now I see. Sorry to steal your thunder, Artoria, but we really need to play it safe here, so I'm afraid you'll have to wait for another time. Alright, let's get going to my secret base. See that forest over there, past the Western Hill? That's the Welsh Forest. It's a place that's long been abandoned by fairies and humans alike, where old, dried-up things go to rest. And it's the personal domain of yours truly. How convenient if we needed to use this forest as collateral. It's like, hey, it's right here. Anyways, let's see. We got 3 scales of fantasy. 3 more. Anohana PTSD. Sag. Alright, let's see. Alright, we finished chapter 4 for today. Do I want to continue? It's 3 sections here. Let's see. Nah, I think I'll end it here because I have to get up sort of early tomorrow because of some IRL stuff. So yeah, I think I'll end it here. And I'll come back and I'll try to do another couple hours of Audiobook Simulator tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. Power of God. Blue Archive, the unsung heroes. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have wasted a gold apple just to refresh for like one battle though. I think next time for story stuff I'll just use what is it, bronze fruits or bronze apples or silver apples or something. Thanks for the audiobooks. Audiobook again. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I still have forgotten to what is it, clip out, like cut out all the Audiobook Simulator parts so far that I've done so far, and then put them up on my YouTube channel. So after I put up what is it, the Whale Wars, I think I'll get started on working on that, because it shouldn't be that bad. I just need to actually stop being lazy and actually get around to doing it. So, but yeah, Whale Wars VOD should be up on my channel tomorrow, just the entire thing, no edits or whatever. So yeah, it'll be up tomorrow on my channel, and then I think afterwards I'll start clipping out the Audiobook Simulator parts, like what Alternate Inuyasha wanted. So. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Usual gotcha stuff with Star Rail and the others. So, yep, that'll do it for me tonight, chat. No raid today, just let you guys go. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, boys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.